Hey, what's up you guys? So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys exactly how I go about picking the particular stocks and companies that I invest into within the stock market. So with that being said, if you're new to this channel, my name is Keith and I post videos here each and every single week about personal finance, saving money and investing, and overall growing and building your wealth. So if you enjoy that type of thing, you want to find that subscribe button on the bottom right side of your screen and give that subscribe button a quick tap for me, so that way you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so the very first thing that I'm gonna do when I'm gonna look for, a potential stock or company that I might invest into, what I'm gonna do is first and foremost, I'm gonna filter it down to the simple fact that I do not invest in index funds, I do not invest in ETFs, I don't invest in dividend stocks. So that cuts out and rules out a lot of companies and a lot of particular types of investments, right? So I narrow this down to individual stocks and more specifically into growth stocks. So by default, that just goes ahead and filters out a lot of different investments. So then what's next? Now that I know I'm only looking at growth stocks, then I move on to the fact, okay, I literally go like company by company and I'm looking to see like, hey, what's this company up to? What do they have? What kind of product or service do they have to either offer the public or another business? And then I'm like, is that product like a product that I truly believe is in demand now and will be in demand for the foreseeable future? Because I mean, obviously none of us can predict the future, right? So you're like, that's exactly what I look for. Do they got a really great product right now? Is it in high demand? And do I believe that it will continue to be in even greater demand as the future goes on? I also have to understand how this company makes their money, because if I don't understand how a business makes their money, then I have no like I'm not comfortable putting my money behind that type of investment, because at the end of the day, I really don't understand how that business works. And I personally do not invest in businesses, or stocks that I do not understand, because it's very important that I understand that. Now, the reason why I hold that standard is because in times like right now, like in a recession or in some market downturn where you see the price of your stock going down significantly, it's going to become very easy for you to just pretty much panic and freak out and think oh my gosh, what did I invest into? Maybe I should go ahead and sell it, because at the end of the day, you don't know, is this still a good company? Are they going to be okay? You question yourself really, really bad, because you're very unsure about this company because you don't understand it well. You don't understand what they do, how they make money, or if they're even making money. So that's why I will only invest into a stock or a business or a company, or a company stock, in other words. I will only make that investment if I believe and I understand that I understand this, particular company very well and how they make money as a business. Now, what's the next thing that I look for? The next thing that I look for is let's just assume a company met all those standards and I'm like, okay, great. What's the next thing? It's do I even want to be invested in something? Because sure, it could, be a growth stock. It could, have a great, product or service or whatever to offer, whether it be the public or another business. And then it could be, I could understand exactly how they make their money, but do I particularly want to be invested in that? Is do I really believe in that business, or do I think maybe it's a trend, or that it's a fad, that it might not last that long, or hey, maybe this particular growth stock is on its way, trending more downwards more than say it is on its way up. All of these different types of things, right? So I look at those things and then ultimately I decide hey, do I want to be a part of this? And then I also have to compare the way that this business is performing with its the history that it is available for me to look at. I look and say hey, with the way that this particular stock and business is performing, is this a company that is going to give me the type of returns that I'm looking to get? Because the whole reason why I invest in growth stocks is because typically good, well-run, businesses that are growth stocks, they're going to significantly outperform, the average dividend, paying company or something like that, right? Or an index fund. That is why I particularly invest into growth stocks. So if I look at the returns over, say, the past couple years and realize hey, these returns are pretty much they're very average returns. They're the type of returns I could get if I just invest in like a dividend stock, or I might even get better returns if I pick a high quality dividend stock or an index fund. It would just be much more diversified and much more safe. So why would I want to go ahead and like, you know, pretty much take all this unnecessary risk in investing into a growth stock when I could just, you know, get into one of those other investments that's a lot more safe? And in that case, I would not invest in that growth stock. So once I look at all of these particular type of things, all of these filters, in other words, this is how I filter out what stocks that I invest into and what stocks I do not. And to be completely honest with you guys, I really do not like investing into more than 1 or 2 stocks at a time. And currently right now, there's only 2 stocks that I invest into, and those 2, I will let you guys know what those 2 stocks are soon. So be sure that if you're not already subscribed to this channel, that you hit that subscribe button on the bottom right side of your screen, so that way you will get notified in the future when I post that video revealing to you guys exactly the 2 stocks that I am invested in.